there, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another plan with me, of course. God, can you like tell how high, like you probably can't. This side is really, really high. This side is really, really low. Like we don't have a lot left to go. That's crazy. All right, so before I get started, I mean, we're gonna use this kit right here because we're so much into Halloween right now. But let's show you how this last week is going. So have this, I'll go in and add character stickers later. That's what I'm trying to do. Finally got my October monthly. I don't have the October up there yet, but finally got that laid out. And added character stickers to here so it looks all great. And then obviously this is what this upcoming week is looking like. It hasn't started because it's not the 10th yet. Yeah, so we're gonna be planning for what, the 17th through the 23rd? I think that's pretty darn accurate. Let me grab my date dots here and we'll get started. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. Oh, kind of went. Okay, like right there. Okay, that way we're like much better. Okay, squeaky chair. It is currently Saturday, the 8th, yes, Saturday the 8th. That's when I do all my that is when I do all of my filming. Whew. It's usually that Saturday or Sunday. And I do it all for the week to prep and get ready to go. One thing that I want to attempt to do this next year is be more consistent with like posting my midweek spreads. That is something I'm not very good at. So, all right, let's see. I think the one titled Haunted House most definitely needs to make it up here. I think this would be really cool foiled. However, I don't really have any Halloween-esque type foils, so yeah. All right, we're gonna do things just a little bit differently because let's see, we've really been doing the staggered looks. I'm trying to see when was the last time we did a non-staggered layout, and it's been, holy cow, it's been a while. Yeah, all the way back to the beginning of, God, what is this, August? Yeah, August. Whew. Wow. Yeah, August, September, October. Wow, sorry, I had to do it. Okay, so we're gonna do things just a little bit differently. To sit there and count in my head, I was a little like surprised myself. And we're gonna just do things just a little bit differently. So I'll get to the day covers here in just a minute, but let's get some things down first. All right, so let's talk shop because that's what this planner is all about. This is my shop planner. This is what I put the things that I can show you in and make it all pretty because let's face it, I could not fit everything I need to get done on a day doing this layout. So this is kind of just my way of kind of keeping just a small memory, a fun memory keeper for the shop. And I update it. I try to update it daily. Sometimes I don't get to it every day, but yeah. And then I have my regular pen and ink planner with highlighter and scribbles and nothing even remotely beautiful. Nope, and nope. So, all right, so let's talk shop for a little bit. I don't know if you are in my Facebook group or if you saw my Instagram stories, but I had some equipment delivered this last week. And we finally, I know this is good. This is gonna be the funny part. Let's see, which one do I want to do? Okay, we finally unpacked it. What, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. We finally unpacked it on Thursday. It was sitting out in the middle of the office for pretty much all week. And we finally unpacked it because we needed to move some tables around, figure everything out. And let's just say that this new thing takes up an entire table. And I went, oh, this is much larger than what I thought. Much, much larger. So yeah, we're maneuvering everything around, and I'm realizing that I'm gonna have to do my computer area a lot sooner than later. So we're gonna be working in like little stations, and things are just gonna be everywhere for the next couple of months until I'm able to get my new desk in and everything. Lots of noise. My apologies. Apparently I scooted my trash can up underneath my table, and so I needed to grab that real quick. And of course we just drag it across the floor. All right, so let's see. What do I want to do? Do I want to alternate? Honestly, I'm kind of thinking of just going down and doing like the same glitter header down the way. Does that make sense? So, trying to see that noise is. Okay, I will be right back because something is going on outside. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It was the start of the lawnmowers, like they were dragging the lawnmowers out, and in coupling with the dishwasher, which is on the other side of this wall, draining. And I was like, that is a weird sounding combination. So if you can hear the lawnmowers outside now, my apologies. We're just trying to get to the lawn before it gets too hot, because if you were part of the live on Thursday, we talk about how hot it is still down here, and that I live in Satan's butt crack, because that's just how hot it is. Yeah. Our cool, it's been cool lately, you guys. It's been cool, and when I say cool, I mean it's like 85 degrees. I know. Okay, now I think we can go ahead. Do I want to use, which color do I want to use? Kind of thinking to keep the purple over here. I think that's what to do. So let's go with the red. Okay. So back to talking shop. I don't remember exactly where I was in all of the stories, but yeah, so I'm going to have to wait a little bit, and we're going to kind of have to constantly just be maneuvering around from table to table and project to project until we can get my desk situated. So the plan is to expand my desk area. And in fact, actually this filming area might end up going to where my desk area is. So we're going to create myself like a big U-shaped desk, so that it comes out in the middle of the room, goes up against the wall, and then goes up the back wall. And so I have, my workstation here. I'll have my printing station and a table there to be able to put everything there. And then this back wall will have a table, and that's where I'm thinking the filming area will go. And so it can be just something that when I'm printing or whatnot, I can also be taking photos and everything. And that's just kind of in preparation to possibly prepare this whole area for something new. Now, one of the things that is unfortunate is that in this room that I'm in, there's only 2 outlets, which frustrates me beyond everything. Oh, what What day did we say we're on? I can't even remember. The 17th. Okay. So I have to be very careful with where I put things. So a lot of our storage and machinery that doesn't have to be plugged in is on the opposite wall of where I'm at. But we have 2 big windows there, so that doesn't help anything either because we can't put anything up against there. So yeah, we are slowly running out of space is all that's starting to happen. So where did my tweezers go? They're there. So we have talked about, because one of the things that had to do in here, and I didn't think I was going to have to do this today, was run the portable AC unit that we have in here. But I am coming to find out that I may have to take a little bit of a break and run it in here for a little bit and cool it down. So yeah, we definitely this upcoming year need to address the AC situation, whether that means we are upgrading our whole system and putting 2 units in, or whether we're going to keep those units over onto, or that 1 unit over to the one side of the house and actually block off the ducting to the rest of the house, and then the rest of the house gets like your room units, the ones that go up on the wall that can be a heater and an AC. I can't remember what they're called right off the bat, but we have some decisions to make in regards to that this upcoming year, because it was torture having to work in this office when it was as hot as it was. And the AC unit, the portable AC unit that we have, is also a dehumidifier, and when it's that hot and humid, we are every hour on the hour having to empty it, so it's not exactly fun times. So yeah, we've got all of that going on and stuff. So all right, yeah, I think we're gonna keep the purple headers over here. Yeah, I think that will work out very nicely. So I'm actually going to kind of get the sidebar done, just because I kind of know what we already do. Okay, so let's see. Always shenanigans. So one of the other things that is on the list as far as shop stuff is we are now in the last quarter of the year, and it is really, time to think about what to offer next year. So, I recently purchased a Hobonichi cousin. I have had numerous. Okay, so what is this week? Okay, so this is going to be a very important thing that we need to make sure that we have. But yes, I have been asked several times if we're ever going to bring Hobonichi cousin stuff to the shop. My answer has always been no, just because of the amount of time everything kind of takes. However, we have started to dabble in the idea, if there's enough interest, offering the Hobonichi cousin format, and it would only be 1 option in each sub that you could get. So we're debating that right now. We're debating. There's been no decisions made, but I did purchase a Hobonichi cousin. They have a little testing for their 2024 paper. Oh, that paper is so nice. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Do we want to? Yeah, we want to. We're gonna totally color block this as well. I mean, why not? We just might as well just go all out and just keep color blocking this. It'll just make us all happy. I mean, it's been a while since we've done this, and sometimes going back to simplicity is just nice. And I even said that the other night. Sometimes simplicity is actually much better than complex. Sometimes we like complex things, but sometimes the ease of simplicity just is more beautiful than the complex stuff. So I stand by my words on that one. But yeah, so we haven't made any decisions one way or another as to what we're going to do. But it could be a possibility so that those who do have a Hoponichi cousin have the opportunity to get the functional sub with the boxes that are that width for the weeklies and stuff like that. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I have to do some testing and I have to do some configuring, but that also means that if that is something that I decide to do, that we need to change other shop doings that are happening. Okay, so does that blue does fit very, very well. So do I have, I have one left. Is that a really good blue? It is. Okay, I have one blue left in that color. Whew, I was about to cry because that is like a very specific blue color and it matches so well. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put all of these guys down at the bottom. But yes, if I do have to make some hard decisions in terms of what I'm gonna be able to offer in the shop if I bring another kit format to the shop, because it is a lot of work and I really am still just the main person to do it, especially all the printing and cutting. So I'm the main person who designs everything. I'm the main person who prints, who cuts, who packages, who files away the inventory, that does all the reports, that pays the taxes, that answers the emails, that does the photos, that does all the editing, gets them up onto the website. So all of that takes time, and if I'm doing more administrative stuff, that's less time that I'm able to bring actual like product to the thing. So there are some things that I have to work out logistics wise in order to see if that's going to work. Okay, so you know what? Let's go ahead and add this up here. So yeah, so that is something that's starting to be put on the radar and figured out, because if it is something that we want to do, we want to bring it, I would ideally, if it's something that we decide to do, I would ideally like to bring it to start with the January subscription that goes on sale in December. Just because December is going to be only a half month for us, so subs will not be open for as long in December as they normally are. So that kind of gives us, you know, be able to kind of guide ourselves into this new thing, but then also so that people can, you know, get an idea of if it's even something that they want. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what we're gonna do just yet. We have to figure out all the logistics, but regardless of those, reformats are coming to full kits and to the functional sub. There are just some things that we want to change and make things easier on ourselves, along with, you know, things easier, because I do have to start training, you know, either my husband or my son to help me with the cutting. But that one is a very, very long and arduous one because of how many different computers we use, along with the operating systems, and then the nuances. Oh my gosh, the nuances of the machines are probably going to be the most difficult, because you have to just to give you kind of just a little bit of back end stuff. I don't know if there was a firmware update or something, but it really messed with my blade settings to where they were just consistently cutting through. I finally figured it out what I needed to do, but it requires me to run multiple types of forces on well, different force setting on multiple machines, which is strategically a nightmare. So you can't just kind of like, oh, what's the word, mindlessly just press send, like get everything set up and press send. And because the computer I use to cut is on an older operating system than the computer I use to design, it doesn't keep the cut settings. So every single document, I have to go in and I have to set the blade and I have to set the cut settings for every single document. And then, you know, then the machines that have to have different settings, I have to know that those are coming. Yeah, so strategically it is a little bit of a nightmare. Hence the reason why I haven't really ever taught anybody else how to cut, because it really is just a nightmare. So yeah. But we are, you know, just trying to figure out the logistics for all of that and figure things out. And it's just kind of one of those things that you just deal with, because it is what it is, and you just have kind of learned to live with it, and everything. And I just kind of know what needs to be done, and we just get it done. So yeah, that's some of the things that you can expect to be happening here in this last quarter of the year, and what we have and stuff and all of that. And I'll show you guys all like the new formats and things like that. But I mean, you can clearly see that I don't use every single page every week, so there are just some definite things that we're just thinking of. However, I don't believe that it will affect mystery kits hardly at all, because that's just kind of that. But we'll, you know, plenty of time for you guys to know when reformats and things like that are happening. So, wow. I have it, like I said, it has been since the beginning of August, and this was the freebies that we use. So this was interesting to use it this way. I adore it. I love it. I love the whole scenery, more of the whole scenery down here. That's super exciting. I love me a good haunted house. We are doing 31 Nights of Halloween right now with the kids. So we're just living it up on Halloween. So, all right, everything will be linked down in the description box below. Kit is still up in the shop. Planners have been restocked. Yeah. I mean, if you need date dots, we got date dots there, all of that jazz. But yeah, everything will be linked down below. If you enjoyed this plan with me, please give it a thumbs up. Please make sure you're subscribed. Leave me a comment down below. And I think that'll be it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye now.